get this part out of the way. Go ahead and welcome you guys to my channel, my YouTube channel, because this is exactly what this is for and where it's going. Even if it does go to any Black empowerment group, it's actually for my YouTube, which I haven't done enough of lately, and I also haven't been promoting here lately. I would like for you guys to check me out. Check me out on YouTube. If you're on Facebook or anything else and you're seeing this video, check me out on YouTube. I ramble on, I talk a lot, but most of the time I do talk about something. Um, Still on that Twitter, which I'm not really doing that a lot, but Ricky4908 is on Twitter. Um, you can, when I download this to YouTube and then paste it wherever I'm gonna paste this. All you gotta do is follow the link to get to my YouTube channel. But it is Ricky Odell on YouTube. Double R Productions on the com. I think the remake of it is in order, but I'm not sure if I have time. I really don't have time to do stuff that I'm trying to do now, or the space, or the mindset, because the mind frame, whatever you want to call it. There's a lot of things going on personal. Uh, and it's driving me insane. And a lot of family type of stuff going bad, whatnot. But if you pay attention to my channel or whatnot, then you would know that here lately I've been talking more or less when it comes to the Black empowerment. I've been talking, kind of less about that and more so about the other stuff, the extra stuff, the X-Files type of stuff that we will need to know about. And this is what my channel is about. Um, First of all, you need to take a study, uh, survey, studies, whatever. You don't really need to do all that. What you need to do is I advise you to get into, the chakras. For those of you who are trying to be, Black empowered or whatever, talking about your third eye open and all that type of stuff. Third eye can't really be open if your pineal gland is dusty, rusty, or dirty. You have to cleanse your soul, cleanse yourself, cleanse your body. And most of the stuff that, this is taking me too far into what I'm trying to say here, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it anyway. And then whenever I repeat myself, then just forgive me for repeating myself. So anyway, uh, you're saying your third eye open, you're aware, but you're not really aware because you're still drinking and eating of this worldly food and worldly stuff, which is helping to uh, distract your sight. In other words, it's adding things to your pineal gland that should not be. It's really doing damage to your pineal gland, or it's spelled pineal, but I think it's pineal. Anyway, so you can't really have your third eye open if that's one of the chakras, and which is why I'm saying this. Um, and it goes on down and across or whatever, however it goes. You can't really be third eye aware if your pineal gland is filthy with all this stuff that you're getting from this GMO, generic, genetically modified food. Um, is corrupt. I mean, you can't really be seeing nothing, not that much anyway. Not as much as you should be able to and will be able to if you go ahead and cleanse yourself, detox or whatever. Because we gotta eat the food, we gotta drink the water, we gotta take of this world. So I mean, all you gotta do is start detoxing too. I'm not good at that. I haven't done a good job of that. I've tried many times the vinegar detoxins. It's 3 or 4 different ways to use vinegar uh, and detox your body. I hadn't really been good at that. So anyhow, with that being said, in a minute wasted on me trying to do something else just to then forgive me. I left the broadcast like that. That was wrong with me. With that being said, though, um, what I've been exploring here lately, what I've been talking about here lately, is basically telling us that with that third eye, you'll see that we're not alone. We have the fallen ones, the fallen angels. We have demigods. We have things that's unknown and unseen to the natural eye around us, living with us, living, you know, coexisting, whatever you want to call that. I'm trying to figure out within ourselves, we have one creator, but many gods. Um, in other words, you call him Jesus, somebody call him Jehovah, somebody call him whatever else, Buddha or whatever. But it's one creator. Now, whose God is the right God? Which name is the right name? We even have, I can't say it correctly, but Yahweh or something to that nature, which has been proven to be the actual name. But then again, in the beginning, you was not supposed to know the name. It simply says, I am. And that's where we should have kept it. But time has come, time is coming to where we'll have to know more and do more, because we're supposed to be conscious, really a lot more than what we say we are now. And we are not. We're supposed to be able to do unknown things. We're supposed to be godlike, as y'all say, but we can't be because we don't have that mind state. Now, we're not supposed to be trying to be gods, because that's how first of all mankind fell. Remember the Tower of Babel, whatever. That tower was mankind's way of falling. But then again, way back in the beginning of time, the great angel fell like that, uh, known as Satan, my enemy. But before he was known as Satan, he was known as Lucifer, uh, bearer of light, light bearer, whatever. Um, Basically, he fell trying to be God. You can't be God. You can be a God or of God. We all love God. We got a little bit of God in us, yeah. I agree with those points of view. But I'm not going to get deep into it. I'm just trying to tell you what's going on. Anyway, then we went on to say that, well, I'm against religion as a whole because it's man-made. Even the Bible tells you that, the Christian book. But anyway, then we're going black Jesus versus white Jesus when the name Jesus was altered anyway. And even though there's power in that name, um, because we gave it power, we gave birth to it, the name of the creator was not that. But that's what it adapted to after so many changes. Like the Bible itself has so many changes. All the words, everything that's in there is not actually what was in there. We all know that. Mankind. So after we was talking about that, then we're talking about how ancient animals of the sea and land and ancient technology is, here, and we're making use of all of it, and we're finding animals and whatnot that's supposed to have been gone. So everything is not what we thought it was. Just like on the moon, there's pyramids on one side of it, the same size, the same distance, and everything as the pyramids here on Earth. How did that happen? Why? When? And the pyramids here on Earth are triangle, and they're positioned greatly, like the same degree from each other. I think one of them is real close to Bermuda. um, we were talking about things that I would talk about and that I have been talking about on this channel. I just didn't really get deep into none of it because I'm still learning, I'm still studying. As you know, that if you're a person who studies me, which I don't have any followers right now, but if you listen to my videos or whatever, then you'll know every so often the video repeats itself, but then I have more added to it. So we were also we're going to talk about, I already said that God, like we are God's third eye, the chakra. We were supposed to be speaking things into existence, which even the Christian book tells you that. There's so much connection going on between the Christian book and who we originally were as created people, created beings. Um, and that takes me back to Atlantis, the story of Atlantis. These people were so advanced they could do telepathy things, move things through telepathy. Not everything you see is false. There's truth in a lot of the shows that we watch, even X-Men. And then they give too much creation to X-Men. That is not a story of black empowerment, how the black people are trying to be peaceful and the white people are not. Nick Xavier is not representing the black people. It's just a real coincidence. The white man who wrote the story even said himself in an interview, it was just a coincidence. He didn't do that. He was trying to give rise to a different aspect of that. Not that. That's not what he was looking at. Um, I'm already 11 minutes. Trying not to make it too long here. Um, anyway, we speak things into existence. That means different deities also. That, like I just said, we spoke the name Jesus into existence, gave it power, and that's what it is now. Uh, so then we're talking about different life forms, not of mankind, which I've already said up here somewhere. I just repeated myself just in different words. I know that. I don't know where I said that at, but I know I said that. But anyway, the seen and unseen, basically. Um, where knowledge be, oh, we exchanged, oh my gosh. Okay, mankind. But most created by mankind in exchange for knowledge beyond as well as other things. What I said there, what I meant there is like, yeah, we can think different deities into existence, but we've created some by hand also. And what I mean by that is half human, half breed, everything else, half mixed everything else. Whether you're talking about animal, or you're talking about people, mixed with robots or however you want to say that. Basically, the robots are wearing human skin, but they're robots or whatever. And I'm not talking about machine up under it. I'm talking about a chip that makes them so damn smart. They're living life as a human. Uh, as I've seen in many of these YouTube videos, though, the creators of these robots are making them speak, and the thing that they're doing for us is they're making them speak. Several robots have already said, "I know I'm not human. I have no whatever, whatever, whatever." You know, so I mean, they're programming them to know that. But since they got that smart chip in them, just like the smartphones, start acting up on their own. How long will it take for that chip to malfunction and for that robot to say, "Hey, I am real. You're not real." You know, that type of stuff. Things of the future. Basically, I just said robotech, robots, and humanoids. That's what they're calling androids. Humanoids, androids. They're both about the same thing. Androids are the ones that's gonna have the machine up under the skin. The humanoids are gonna be pure. It's gonna look like pure flesh. And with that chip, the chip is what makes them smarter than the androids and then the robots. Basically, we're living the movie I, Robot, or AI, Artificial Intelligence, which was a movie also. Talking about how NASA is playing with weather toys. Um, I forgot what they have, but I know it's something with Boeing and then something else. Basically, living in a Matrix world is what we're doing. Watch the Matrix. One will tell you a lot, but I mean, two is basically cool too. I like three better than I do two, but that's because there's so much action. Anyway, the peace sign equals a broken cross. Is upside down broken cross or whatever. Um, Basically, what I need to cover is the fact that Lucifer created many beings also. Not only did he take angels and angels follow him from heaven, but he also made his own little whatnot. Um, what else? Pyramids, as above, so below. Pyramids and stuff that's on the dollar. Weather Toys, Matrix World Peace Sign. I guess that's about it. The Blood Family. Yeah, basically they're cloning stuff and everybody and stuff like that. And they've been cloning since what 1950s and 40s. And I watched a movie on that. Amazing. Uh, it was basically talking about Hitler, but Hitler had the knowledge to clone basically, and he did. It was based upon a true story. Um, but anyway, uh, the I Am God saga versus I Am God. It was Lucifer himself who first said, "I am God. I can be God," or whatever. Now we're saying that we are God. I already said that though. But anyway, basically, yeah, that's. Uh, just trying to make sure I get it all. I'm sorry. Yep. Oh yeah, and we're one thing I didn't cover is that some of these things that's down here are supposedly fixing themselves to mankind. They have to have a body to live, as you see in the in Insidious. Some of the uh, some of the spirits have to have a body, a human body to live. But then they gotta move your soul about the body in order to live in the body. You're hosting. And that's what we got going on. A lot of human hosts going on. So it was shown in a film, in a movie, or in an interview to where this guy was talking about something else, and suddenly they noticed that it was some type of attachment going on to his skin. It was a unnatural attachment, causing his face to look like it's being altered, like in a reptile form. But really, what it was something fixating itself, like coming from the side and attaching itself all the way to the man from the neck up. Um, so I mean, there's a lot of different beings going on, and they're attaching themselves to humans, and basically pretty much just like a spirit would do. And that's dangerous too. That's probably the cause of so much mischief. And I'm believing that that's some of the stuff that's going on around me. I say personal problems are going on in this house, in my place of being. So I'm believing that that's part of what's going on with certain people. They have these different deities that's attaching themselves to them, and they don't understand and don't know. And that's basically, we can't see them. So that's basically what's going on. That's why they're acting like they are. Sons of God were the angels. Mankind was not about yet. Mankind was not even born when they were talking about sons of God. But it's the angels. The angels are the sons of God. We are sons of God, true. You gotta find the order. Anyway, so talking about, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make this a 20-minute video, but I guess that's about it. We were trying to figure out if the angels were male or female, because basically people drawing them as male first, and then they start drawing them as female. And even in the story of I can't remember where it was, but Gabriel was portrayed as a woman, which that's fascinating. Um, oh my God, I almost said it and then I lost it. I'm thinking about Insidious too much here. Um, so anyhow, the names that were given all point to them being male, but can the angels be unisex? I mean, there were no reasons for a male and a female. Everybody was being created by the source. God created man. God created angels. There's another part of that story that also says that mankind was created by uh, these alien life forms, and alien don't always mean what you think it means. Alien is just unknown. Okay, that's mainly what UFO is, to unidentified object flying. Well, alien means anything that is unseen of this world. Um, so anyway, that's about it. That's what I'm gonna cover when I have the time. I'm gonna talk about some of these things. I wish that I could have had my radio show on but I can't seem to do anything about that. I can't seem to do it. I'm not heading in a positive path here lately. Um, Things are not going as I planned for them to go, and the help that I thought I was going to get, I'm not being able to get that help. Um, so it's part of my setback. If you're, I don't know where you're viewing this at, but check me out on YouTube. I'm sure the link is posted. If I post, unless I posted the video direct, which I don't normally do. Um, Twitter, I'm on there. I'm not on there big now, but I'm on there. Uh, Facebook, I'm on there. If you're not seeing this from Facebook, I'm into the Black empowerment groups, but I'm kind of stepping away from those here lately because I'm trying to do my own thing and get my stuff out. I'm trying to get this YouTube scene noticed, heard, recognized, whatever you want to call it there. Also trying to make moves, trying to make the stuff move. I even got from this YouTube channel. This is not all I'm talking about. I got my life story on here. Got a little bit of rhyming on here. Got a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, I talk boring, but I talk, So I mean, it's all on here. I just need to, get it out there. Uh, if you're interested in anything that I'm saying, check out the videos. I'm trying to get them where I can actually more professionalize them. Have like an intro music, theme music, or whatever, and an outro, that type of thing, but I don't really have the time to do that either. Things have been going on here lately that's crazy. Um, all these notes are from like 4 months. I've been writing stuff for 4 months, so that tells you how far behind I am. I should already have this done, and I should be able to go deeper into it when I talk about it, but I'm still learning, and I need those people to push me up and help me and support me, and I'll support them. That's learning also. Same things. And we were also, one thing I was talking about like 2 months ago was about, oh my God, what was it? Black empowerment. We were talking about that. What were we talking about? Uh, there was something crazy we were talking about. I forgot what it was, but I remember one. I'll remember shortly, and then I'll be mad because I didn't get to record it while I was recording a long ass video. Um, Something that was going on. I'll remember it later. But anyway, look, I've taken enough of your time. 22 minutes. I'm like 10 minutes over what I wanted to be. 5 minutes over, but 10 minutes completely over. So let me go ahead and end this right here and check me out. If I get back to it, then I'll get back to it. If I don't, then just understand that these are the things that I wanted to talk about. These are the things that I suggest that you check into. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of footage on it. There's plenty of, you can not just YouTube it, you can Google it. Some of it will come up like heart, the weather stuff, the lies and deceit that's being told about the wars, everything. I mean, it's all in Google. If you look it up, it'll give you 10,000 different routes, but you'll finally get the right one, and you'll get the whatnots behind this stuff. And most of it's so unbelievable that people are gonna throw it off. Now you're just making something up. No, that's false. I mean, that's what people do, and that's what they need us to do. They need us not to believe that all this stuff is real. So when it comes about, so when they make changes, so whenever that one God, but it's not going to be Jesus, come, that whenever everything goes into that head or whatever, everything's going like this. Whenever it comes down to the right point, they're gonna need you not to believe and to make think everybody else is crazy. They're gonna need that. The greatest trick ever being pulled was making people think something that wasn't is, and something that is wasn't. Turn everything backwards. Now, if you don't believe what I'm saying, if you don't get what I'm saying, just go ahead and look up 90% of the Christian symbols and whatnot, and you tell me that you're not going to come up with a lot of other stuff, just like the witchcraft signal on the witch book, the book of spells or whatever. I mean, everything that was Christianly or of God, of the source, it's all turned. Even Masonry is turned. They call it Freemasons now, but basically, I mean, everything is turned. what was the saying? So as above, as below, or same below, something like that, meaning that he's gonna copy everything, and he did. He did. He's got his own army. I mean, he's copied everything that God had, basically. So anyway, let me end this video. I apologize for the length of time, whatever you want to call it. I apologize for that. This ends this broadcast. Uh-oh, well, I was supposed to be doing this, not that. This will end this broadcast. Check me out, though. Check out some of the videos while you wait for me to return. Hopefully it won't be so long next time.